What's going on, guys? I'm Mike Romaine from SuperheroJack.com, the place where fitness meets everything nerd and pop culture. Today we're doing a How-To Tuesday on how to build muscle while losing weight or fat or whatever it is. We've talked a lot about things like building strength while losing body fat, and we talked a lot about a surplus versus a deficit, but I always get asked, like, is it possible to build strength or build muscle or build anything while losing weight while in a deficit? And the short answer is yes, it's possible. The long answer is not really. Like, it really depends. So I've done videos on how to gain strength, how to gain muscle in reference to a surplus versus a deficit, how to even gain strength while losing fat in a deficit. So there are times that you can gain muscle and or strength in a deficit while losing weight, and I'm going to go through them on this How-To Tuesday. First things first, shout out to Peking Gaming. Happy belated birthday, bud. I know it was yesterday. I'm a day late, dollar short, but it still counts as something, I hope. And other than that, I want to do just a couple updates. The 3-hour superhero program is dropping in the next 2 weeks. I wanted to do a couple extra weeks of testing because, as you guys know, it is something that you're going to be able to use to gain and to lose, so I had to test it out while in both a surplus and a negative, so it took me for a little bit of a spin. I'm used to training at a much higher volume, so it was very different for me. I really like it. I had some really cool results with it. I think you guys are really going to like it, and I promise you guys, Mortal Engines book number 3, Infernal Devices, and Fairest of All, the Disney villains type book, the reviews will both be up by the end of this week, if not tomorrow. I've been working really hard on putting these new playlists out on YouTube, and we started one, Ryan and I, where we're doing these reactions to the trailers, and I was like, we'll just do nerdy trailers. It'll be fun. It'll be great. They don't drop that often. Well, they drop often. It was like X-Men Dark Phoenix, Shazam, Detective Pikachu, and then Game of Thrones Season 8. Like, they were all just boom, 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 boom. So we've been doing that on top of all the new playlists that we've also been trying to release. So unfortunately, reading and then also the book reviews themselves got put to the back burner because we also have these monthly challenges and stuff going on. So I apologize for that. I promise I will get the reviews up for anybody that's following along with me with the book club. Other than that, I don't want to go too crazy in announcements. That's it for now. Let's crack the monster, cue the music, and get into it. Alright, so this is a quick one because there are like 3 or 4 ways you can gain muscle while in a deficit, while losing weight or losing fat, or whichever one you would like to do, because as you know, you could lose weight in the form of fat or muscle. It could be either one. Overall weight could be either, or you could lose fat, like body fat. So, regardless, you could lose weight while gaining muscle. 3 ways of doing this while in a deficit. Obviously, you have to be in a deficit regardless to lose weight, but while in a deficit, while losing weight, you can gain muscle and strength, and I'm going to tell you how. During a body recomp, we really focus on strength building, and that's why we do some calorie cycling while in a little tiny deficit, while losing fat. And that's for people who are more advanced. They already have a really toned physique. They've been training for some time, and now they're really looking to get to a peak aesthetic form. That's why people would focus on more of a recomp. This is much different than that. This is while losing weight, gaining muscle and strength. So, okay, let's go into it. Well, how the heck could you possibly be in a deficit and gain? It doesn't make any sense. It goes against all our beliefs. Well, there's 3 ways, and I'm going to tell you how. 1, you could be an absolute beginner in the gym, absolute beginner to training in general. You haven't touched the weights, you haven't touched free weights, you haven't touched any resistance training at all. You will be able to put on some muscle while losing weight. That's number 1. Number 2, like I said, we're going to go through these quick because it's pretty simple. Number 2, you could be obese. Not just heavy and you've worked out and you're looking to lose fat. You're not going to put on muscle. If you're somebody who's put on weight on top of the muscle and you're not going to do both at the same time. I'm talking obese, you have a lot of body fat, not a lot of muscle, you haven't been training a lot. While cutting the weight off, you could end up putting on muscle and gaining strength in that period while you're cutting off a lot of body fat. You are obese and you're looking to get toned down. You will feel overall strength gain and you could possibly build muscle. Number 3 of being in a deficit while gaining muscle is, let's say you're somebody who's actually worked out or somebody who's not obese and you're looking to gain muscle while in a deficit. The only other way that's possible is with some type of performance enhancing drug, whether that's a steroid or a SARM or whatever the heck people take. That is the only other way. And lastly, I said there was like 3 or 4. Lastly is a combination of 1, 2, and 3, or 3 and 2, and any combination of them, you could gain muscle and strength while in a deficit. So for those of you who are asking me, is it possible to gain muscle? Is it possible to gain strength? Is it possible to gain either while in a deficit, while losing weight? Well, the answer is yes, if I just said it really quickly and really short. But it depends on the person. There are certain circumstances where it could be possible, but usually it's not something that we're like, oh, let's focus on this. Let's focus on building muscle and building strength while in a deficit. It may happen for you if you are a beginner or if you are considered obese and holding a lot of body fat, but it's not something we're going to be like, we're going to really count on this. Normally we stick to a deficit or a surplus, or if you're in the private coaching or if you're working with us one-on-one, it's something that we will know is going to happen, and we will build a plan to help you and guide you into doing something like that. Now keep in mind, these are things that aren't exactly like straight cookie cutter where, oh, well, yeah, you have enough body fat where you're definitely going to gain muscle and strength while you're in a deficit. Like, it is a possibility. This is how it would happen. So I want people to know that. I want you to be able to go back and look at some of the other videos on surplus and deficit and know that there are possibilities of things being different. It isn't just a straight answer like yes or no. There are things that do happen. So if you're a beginner or you are holding a lot of body fat, there is a possibility of you gaining muscle or strength. Or hey, if you want to go out and get some type of performance enhancer, I don't even know what it is. I couldn't tell you exactly which ones like do this. I just know that's the only other possibility outside of the realm that we've talked about prior. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the thumbs up button. Comment below if you guys want to hear about something specific on How To Tuesday. This was actually requested. This is just a question I get a lot. So it was like, hey, could you do a video like this? And yeah, of course, if you ask for it, I'm going to try to do my best to get it in. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you later.